Make sure to use StarCode SUGARCOFFE whenever you buy Robux for premium. And also, go get my UGC item from the catalog. The link is in the comments below. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So inside this video, I'll be showing you guys and touring every single house inside Adopt.me, and this is part 2. I did post part 1 already, so I'll leave a link down below if you guys haven't seen it yet. And inside this video, I'll be showing you guys 7 houses, and there will be a part 3 as well because there's so many houses inside Adopt.me, and I kind of want to go deep into them, so this way I can have more time to show you guys one by one and show you guys them more clearly and more specific. So inside this video, I'll be rating every single house as well, and just keep in mind that these are just my own personal opinions, so you guys don't have to listen to me, and it's just what I think and my opinions on the houses. So here are all the houses that I'll be talking about inside this video, and if you guys watched part 1 already, feel free to skip this next part using the timestamps in the comments below, because I'll be explaining how I'm going to rate the house in this next part, and I'll be rating them the same as how I did it in the part 1 video. So if you guys haven't watched part 1, stay tuned to see how I'm going to rate these houses, but if you guys did, feel free to skip it, and there will be timestamps in the comments below. So inside this video, I'm going to rate every single house in 3 categories, and I'm going to give them a star out of 5 stars. So the first category I'm going to rate every single house on is the price, and obviously I'm not going to rate it from the most expensive to the most cheapest house, but instead I'm going to rate if the price that you're paying is worth the house that you're getting. So there are a few houses that are just really expensive, but they're really good, and I think they're really worth the price. So I'll be rating the price of the house on whether it's worth it or not. And the second category I'll be rating on is the interior, which is the layout. There are a few houses on Adopt.me that just have a really weird layout, which have like a big chunk of space, and it's kind of a nightmare to decorate because I feel like everyone buys a house so they can decorate it later on, and if it's really hard to decorate, I might not want to get it. There are a few houses that I got it once, and it feels like I'm never going to use it again after the update video, so I'll be rating it on that as well. And the third category I'll be rating the houses on is the exterior. So whether the house is really nice looking on my personal likings, and also if the house is good for all 4 seasons and you can use it any time of the year and it won't be really weird. And so after explaining how I'm going to rate the house, and with all of that said, now let's get right into the video. And the next one is the pirate ship, which is the most recent house update, and this house, I love it so much. So it costs $1,600, which for this price, it is definitely very, very, very reasonable, and I feels like this house could be a lot more expensive. If this house was $2,000 Adopt.me cash, I still think it's reasonable. So for this price, it's so reasonable for this house, and I just love it, and I feels like I would recommend this house to every single person out there. So for the house, when you just walk in, you have this very big open space, and you can make a living room and a kitchen here if you guys like. And about this house, the thing that makes it very significant and very special is this pillar in the middle. So without this pillar, this house might be a nightmare because of how much space this have. But with these pillars in the middle, it kind of acts like a separator without actually having walls. And it makes the whole space look so spacious, but also at the same time, it's not really open space. So it's really, you can decorate it into sections, like here is a living room, like I did, and also here is a kitchen. So it feels like this house, it have the best interior. And over here you have so many rooms. So you have one room over here, which I turned into a library, and another room over here, which it's a lot bigger, and you can make this into like a guest bedroom or anything. And here I'm using it as a storage room. And if you walk up here, there's so much more room. So these rooms, I'm assuming they're similar size or even the same size. So there's one here, there's another one over here, and there's 2 more down here. So I feels like there's so much room, and the spacing and the layout of this house is so perfect. So I feels like this house is definitely super worth the price, and it have like definitely the best interior of all of the Adopt.me houses. And for the exterior, you can see how much time is put into it. This house, you have your own palm trees, and you have your own avatar picture displayed up there with like those bones across each other as an X. And this house, it's built on top of a boat, and you have like your own canyons and stuff. Like the exterior is so perfect, but I can tell that some girls might not like this, or even some boys, because the exterior is too pirate looking, so it looks only like a pirate ship. And if you guys want to roleplay as a pirate, it's so perfect. But for those of you guys who want to make like a very cute palace, this exterior might be very out of place. But for the price and for how much time is put into the exterior and how nice the interior is, this house is so amazing. So I'm going to give this house a 4.5 star or even a 5 star. I don't want to give 5 stars to any houses because I feel like none of them can be actually truly perfect. But I feel like this house is definitely worth a 4.5 stars. And the next house we're going to be talking about is the shop house. And this house costs 1,750 Adopt cash. And I remember when this house first came out, it had this sign over here, which you can put anything from your inventory. You can put like a bat dragon or like a dragon like I used to do. And it was so amazing and so significant. I got so shook. So I feel like that's a very nice part of this house. And for the price of this house, I feel like it is reasonable because you're getting a 2-floored house and this house have a lot of space. So I think it is a really reasonable house for the price. And for the interior, I feel like it doesn't have the best interior, but I definitely love it a lot. It does have a lot of big open spaces, like this one over here, and also the entire second floor is just a very big open space. But as a shop house, I feel like it is very, very useful because you're gonna place a bunch of shelves over here, so it doesn't really need any rooms. If you guys go to like Target or Walmart, you guys can see that it doesn't have rooms. It just have a very giant open space, and it have like a bunch of shelves and stuff. But this house is not really nice for a family house though, because of how many open spaces it have. You guys can go ahead and use barriers yourself, but it's gonna take a lot more time. And for me, I feel like for a cheaper option, the pirate house is such a better option. But for a shop house, I think this house very much fits the theme. It's very perfect for the theme actually. And it have 2 rooms over here, which you can do like changing rooms for like playrooms, for like bathrooms, like a men's bathroom and a women's bathroom. So I feel like as a shop, this one is very, very perfect, and I love this house so much. And for the exterior, it have a balcony, which I love balconies. And this is one of the cheapest houses that have a balcony, so I think it's very nice. You cannot interact with anything on the balcony though, so that's kind of sad. But for the outside look, it looks so nice with the balcony. And also, as I said in the beginning, it have a very nice sign, and it's very interesting, which you can display anything you like that you're selling or anything. So I think it's very nice, and it have a modern look. It looks a lot similar to the pet shop actually. So I feel like I like it a lot. It is white. It looks very clean and modern, and I love the exterior a lot. So for this house, I'm going to rate it a 3.5 because I personally like family houses a lot more, and this is not a very nice family house. But I feel like for the exterior, it looks so nice on the outside in the exterior. And for the interior, it definitely fits the theme as a shop house. It can do everything that it's made to do, and I think it is a very nice house. So this next house is Gingerbread House, which came out during Christmas, and it costs 1,850 Adopt cash. And for this price, I think it is quite reasonable because it looks very much similar to the modern mansion. And the modern mansion costs 350 Robux, and for 1,000, almost 2,000 Adopt cash, you can get a house that's almost identical to the one that costs 350 Robux, and I think it is very nice. So for the interior, I love this house a lot better than the modern mansion actually, because the interior is a little bit more smaller than the modern mansion, like this whole living area. And that actually made it perfect because the modern mansion, I had like this tiny problem of having too many space in the living area, and I had to try to kind of fill it up to make it not look so empty. And this house actually made that problem disappear, so it doesn't have that problem anymore. And I feel like this house have a lot better interior than the modern mansion. And personally, I like it. I like it a lot more. And for the interior, I have this very nice sized living area. It have a bathroom over here, which I turned into an office, a secret office for Santa. And I also have a kitchen over here, which is also a very, really regular sized kitchen. It is very easy to decorate with like a dining room and stuff. And it does not have a pool, which the modern mansion have, but you're paying a lot less, so I feels like the pool is not that important, and the pool wasn't really big in the modern mansion either. And up here we have another kind of like a living and like a sitting area, which you can do a lot of more stuff here. And it have two bedrooms, which I kind of used as one bedroom here because I turned the bathroom downstairs into an office, so I had to use one bedroom as a bathroom up here. And if you guys were to use this as a family house, you can definitely just skip the office, we'll make the office here and like using this space as an office. And I feel like the interior of this house is also one of the best interiors. It cannot compete with the Pirate House because the Pirate House have so much more rooms and it's quite cheaper. But for the interior of this house and compared to the modern mansion, which costs some Robux, I actually like this one a lot more. So I love the interior of this house a lot. And for the exterior, it looks so cute. It is a gingerbread house, and I love this one so much. But one thing is just, it might be quite awkward if you were to use this like during Easter or something, or just any time of the year that's not Christmas, because we're gonna be like, it's like spring or summer, why are you using a gingerbread house? But for me, I personally don't really care because I love the house and I want to use this, so I will actually use it during any time of the year. But for those of you who guys might actually care about the seasons and like these festive and holidays, the exterior might be a little bit more annoying to a lot of you guys because it is a gingerbread house and the exterior is kind of made for Christmas only. So it doesn't have to be Christmas only if you guys don't want it to. But for those of you guys really like holidays and stuff, the exterior just screams Christmas. So yeah. So for this house, I rate it a 3.5 because I feels like I love the price. The price is very reasonable. I love the interior. Just the exterior might be annoying for some of you guys. It doesn't annoy me at all. But also at the same time, it is not one of the best houses. And there is the modern mansion, which have a very nice and clean modern exterior compared to it. So I feel like this house, I'm going to give it a 3.5 stars. And the next house we're going to be talking about is the mansion. And the mansion costs 1,944 adult me cash. And I feel like it is not worth it. And the reason I'm going to explain right now is because the interior looks almost exactly the same with the estate. And the estate is so much more cheaper. It is less than half the price. So it is like, this one costs 972 adult me cash, while this one costs 1,000 more. So I feel like I wouldn't get it if I had the estate. But you guys, if you guys don't have the estate, I actually recommend getting this one because it have a whole separate floor. It have a third floor, and it kind of fixes the problem that I had with the estate. So let's go ahead and go in, and I'm gonna show you guys why. So here is the interior, and this area is the same size. I think it is the same. Maybe it's a little bit bigger. I'm not really sure, but it's almost the same size as the estate. I think it's a little bit bigger with the living area, and they also have this dining room or like living area, however you guys want to use it, and the kitchen in here. So pretty much the spaces are the same on the first and the second floor. The layout is pretty similar. We're almost exactly the same. And they also have a room over here and a bathroom over here. But the thing that makes it so different from this house and the estate is that I have a whole separate third floor. And the third floor is like a very big and open space, which can be like a master bedroom. And if you guys have the estate, I won't recommend getting the mansion because it's so similar. But if you guys are debating whether to get the mansion or the estate, get the mansion, in my personal opinion. Because, as I said with the estate, I feel like the one thing that bothers me about the estate is that I only have one bedroom. And I feels like if you guys want to use it as a family house, it feels like there should be at least 2 bedrooms. And this one, it fixes the problem because you can use this one up here, the 3rd floor, as a home master bedroom, and using the bedroom downstairs as a kids or pets bedroom. So the 3rd floor fixes the problem, but it's a lot more expensive just for adding one more floor with absolutely no rooms at all in it. So it is a lot more expensive, and the price is quite not so reasonable just for adding one more floor. But if you guys are saving up for one of these, I kind of recommend this one because it fixes the problem I said that I had with the estate. And the exterior, I love this exterior because this exterior really looks like a mansion, and it definitely shows I have 3 floors, like 1 floor over here, 2 floors, and a smaller 3rd floor over here. And I love how they have these fences looking things around the outside, and also these pillars. I'm going to rate it at 4 stars because I feel like this is a very nice house. I love the exterior so much, and for the interior, it fixes the problem that I had with the estate. If the estate doesn't exist, where if like the estate is more expensive than it is right now, I feel like this price will be reasonable. But compared to the estate, I feel like this price seems very not reasonable. Yes, we're finally getting to our first Robux house, and this house cost 800 Robux. It is the Celebrity Mansion. It is not the cheapest house that costs Robux. I believe the modern mansion is a lot more cheaper, but somehow this one is placed before it, so we're gonna do this one first. And this house is my favorite Robux house. So out of all the houses that cost Robux, this one is my favorite because I love this house with the interior, the exterior, and everything about it. So the price of this house is 800 Robux, which is so expensive to some of you guys. It was really expensive to me as well, but I feel like it is so worth it. If you guys have the money to get this, I recommend this house so much. This house, even though it costs a lot of Robux, but this house is definitely worth where you're spending on it. So the interior of this house is like one of my favorite as well. Once again, they cannot compete with the pirate mansion or the pirate ship, but the interior is so good. So for the kitchen, it have this area which leads down to the kitchen. It's not a separate floor, but it's kind of like a separate area. And I love how they use like 2 stairs to separate out this area. I feel like it's so clever, and I love it so much. And so here is the living area, and here's the kitchen. I think this one is so unique. None of the other houses have this, and I just love this part so much. Like, this part is my favorite part of everything. And over here, under the stairs, I almost did not see this part when I first got the house. Like, I almost missed it, but over here, there's a separate living area where, like, any areas, and these posters came for free. Like, all the posters, they're all on the wall. So I feel like it's really cool. It's really messy looking, but so cool. And over here, another area that I almost missed is the pool. And this pool, I actually made an entire underwater build in this pool. If you guys want to go check it out, click on my channel, you guys can see it. And the pool is very deep. It's not as deep as the Mermaid Mansion or the Millionaire Mansion, but the pool is also deeper than the one inside the Futuristic house. I think the pool have a very nice depth, and also over here, look, there's an entire window. I love this window so much. It looks like you can look outside of the house or like outside the map, and I think it's so cool. I just love it. And over here, if you guys climb the stairs is a curved stairs. It kind of like turned 90 degrees. And up here, I love this house for a reason because it have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. So it's kind of perfect for a family house for me. And like when I look for houses, I just feels like 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom is perfect for a house. And here is actually the bathroom, and I made it into an office for a separate video because this house I actually never decorated into a theme. I feels like I just kind of used the room separately, and yeah, so the bathroom is turned into an office. And over here is the bedroom, which I use this bedroom so much. It has very nice size. It's kind of like a square looking bedroom. I feels like I use this bedroom for almost 50% of my bedroom built, and it's always this bedroom. So over here there is another bedroom, and this one is a lot more bigger and it's a lot more longer, I feels like. And this one you can do more stuff in here as like maybe a master bedroom and stuff. And this one have a higher ceiling, so you can make it as a loft like I did. And out here, I feels like I love this part. Oops, I'm stuck in the door. Okay, so I love this part because you can literally look down at your own living room, and I love houses like this because I think they're just so cool this way. And I love this like fence and railing and stuff. I think it's super cool. And over here there's another chatting or sitting area, which you guys can have more stuff over here, like placing down a piano or like some couches and stuff. And this house also came with a patio, which I feel like I love the patio so much. And I feel like the houses are really unique once they have a patio because you can come out here and you can just. The only sad thing is you can't really sit here, which I hope they add an update, which you can sit outside. But look at this patio and these fences. There's plants outside in your patio and these fences. I think this one is so cool. And I'm going to rate this house a 4.5 star out of 5. And it can almost be a 5 star, but as I said, I don't want to rate any houses as a 5 star because none of them are perfect. But this one is almost so close to being a perfect house for me. For this next house, I'm going to be talking about the Futuristic House. And it was the first house ever on Dami to have a pool inside. And it cost 2,500 Dami cash. So for this house, I think it is really worth the price. As I said, I love it when there's more than 2 bedrooms, and this one have 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And also, it is the only house that doesn't cost Robux but have a pool inside, because every other house that have a pool costs Robux, and this is the only house that doesn't cost Robux at all and have a pool. So for the interior, I'm a very big fan of the interior, and here's what I have. So I have this big living area, which I used as a party area, and over here is my favorite part, which is the pool. And this pool is kind of like in a basement looking. It's kind of similar to the Celebrity Mansion, which is also downstairs, and this pool is a lot more. It's not as steep. You can kind of like reach the floor as soon as you like jump in it. So it's not quite safe in real life, but as the only house to have a pool without spending any Robux, this one is very nice. And over here is actually a bathroom, but I feel like the bathroom is so big, so I turned it into a bedroom. And this is actually a bedroom that I made for one of the pets, which I kind of forgot what pet it is now, but it is like a pet themed bedroom. I think it's the bear bedroom. I'm not really sure. I forgot. I think it's the bear. And walking up the stairs, you're gonna see some posters which came with the house. And over here I made another loft because this house, like, overall this house have a very high roof and it have very high ceilings, so you can kind of make a loft anywhere if you guys like. So I feels like that's one thing I really like about the interior. And over here I have a kid's bedroom, which also have some adult bed because I can use this as a guest room as well. And over here I have some cribs, and also I have this tent area, so I feel like it's very cute. And over here you have another master bedroom. I feel like this one's the master bedroom because it's bigger than the other one, and it's also longer. And this one also have a higher ceiling actually. And I used it as a loft once again, with like an office up here and having like some beds down here. So overall, I feels like this interior is very nice, and I especially love this whole pool area. I feels like it's just so cute, and without spending any Robux, you can get a pool, and it's really nice. And the exterior, I feels like this house have a confused exterior at first because I was kind of like, this house looks so thin and like, but it doesn't really apply to the interior because obviously we already saw the interior isn't as thin as it looks on the outside. But also it have a balcony which is connected to the second floor, so it's over here. When you go up the stairs, here is a balcony, and I love houses with balconies. And also have this pavilion thingy outside. I don't know what this is called. A pavilion? I have no idea. But this is also in the pizza furnitures, and it came outside. I kind of feels like this can be like a garage, so you guys can have your cars parked in here. Let me find a car. So you guys can like get a car and just park it in here, and it feels like it can work as a garage. So I love this exterior, and if I were to rate this house, I rate it a 3.5 or a 4-star out of 5 stars because this house for its price is very, very worth it, and it feels like you can do so much with this house, and it can also be one of the best houses in Adopt-Me. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, please leave a like, and also subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time!